Hey there! In this video, we're going to be going over unattainable sums. Let's do it!
Alright, let's begin. The question is asking us, what is the largest unattainable sum using the numbers 4 and 5? Now usually I go over how you solve this problem and what the answer is, but this time we're going to go in reverse. So the answer to this problem is actually D, 11. Now, let's talk about how we got there. First, what is the question asking? Well, the question is asking, what is the largest unattainable sum of these two numbers, 4 and 5? For now, we're going to call them A and B. This is going to be useful later. So when they ask us for the largest unattainable sum of two numbers, what this means is, assuming you have an infinite amount of both numbers, so an infinite amount of A and an infinite amount of B. In this case, it's 4 and 5. Now, assuming you have an infinite amount of this number, what is the largest number you can create by adding these up? So using 4 and 5, if we wanted to make a number like 137, this is possible to make because you could do 21 times 5 plus 4 times 8. Now, what this does is, it takes 5 21 times, and it takes 4 8 times. That's 32, and that's 105. When you add those together, that gets you 137. So 137 is an attainable sum. Now, what is the largest unattainable sum? Well, for that, there's actually a very, very simple formula. It goes like this. A times B minus A plus B. You'll also see this as M times N minus M plus N. Now in this case, A is equal to M and B is equal to N. So they're really the exact same formula. Let's go ahead and now plug in the 4 and the 5 from this problem into our formula to solve. So A times B, well, that's 4 times 5 minus A plus B. Well, that's minus 4 plus 5. 4 times 5 is 20. And 4 plus 5 is 9. So this becomes 20 minus 9, which is 11. And that's your answer. Let's look at another problem. What is the largest unattainable sum of the numbers 14 and 11? So let's say 14 is A and 11 is B. Using the formula from the last problem, which is A times B minus A plus B, to get the largest unattainable sum, we can realize that this is just 14 times 11 minus 14 plus 11 when we plug these numbers into the formula. Now, what does this actually create? Well, let's start with the easy one. 14 plus 11, that's 25. Now, what is 14 times 11? Well, 14 times 11 is 154. So now when you do 154 minus 25, you're going to get 129, and that's your answer. Alright, next problem. Marcus has 12-cent stamps and 11-cent stamps. What is the largest unattainable sum he cannot make using his stamps? So this is actually a very simple problem. They're really just taking the other format of the problems where they gave you the two numbers and asked for the largest unattainable sum, and they're putting it into a word problem where instead of using just numbers, we're using cents, 12 and 11 cents. So we're going to call the 12 cents A and the 11 cents B. Now, remember our formula. A times B minus A plus B. So this is very simple. If we plug in 12 for A and 11 for B, we can easily get our answer. So let's do that. Plugging it in, we get 12 times 11 minus 12 plus 11, right? Because A times B minus A plus B. Now, 12 plus 11 is easy. That's just 23. 12 times 11, well, that's also kind of easy. That's 132. 132 minus 23, that is 109. And that's your answer.
That's it. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing. I take a lot of effort to make these videos, and I'd really appreciate it.